You're supposed to use a star mold, but Walmart didn't have star molds. Why is that color? Yeah, it should be. Now you're going to put it in the refrigerator. Space by automatically grouping tabs when you open a link from the tab you're on. You can also organize them into their own categories. This piece of solid is find 1 8-ounce package of cream cheese and 1/3 cup of mayonnaise. Nowadays, you're like, what the hell, man?
Those were so great, but I recently this summer, in the fall semester, because I knew I was in these and so fast, and now I'm so order. So one of my orders both online and in person. And then to match with it specifically, I have this cute little poster that I designed kind of last minute because I saw it really well right behind me in the
Tanner, the world's leading incontinence brand. That make that, and their marketing and branding materials, how they design different things, like put on different sorts of products and items. It's simple as that. And I'm a huge electric with these stickers on that markings left where I printed with my favorite printer. So all we friends for customers also enjoy and relax and spend time with friends and family. And we don't want to end up feeding your business and make it so nice there.
Who are you talking to?
Say hi, Jenna.
Hi there.
Hi.
What's the nickname?
This one is a crowd favorite. Not many people walk online and are finding
Here are the pieces that I finished soldering yesterday. They've just been sitting out overnight after I've coated them in this polish. I get this at Hobby Lobby. It's about, I don't know, $18, which is actually more pricey than I thought it was. But okay, whatever. Polishing your pieces is an optional step, but I like to do it, especially since I use really only silver solder. I don't, okay, they're fine. I don't really patina. And since I'm keeping these pieces silver, polish just really like brings out the shine. Anyways, these pieces are looking pretty good. I have this flower, this butterfly, and a little mini flower, a little butterfly, and a 4-leaf clover. These two are going to be magnets. These two are going to be window hangs slash car mirror hangs. And this one is going to be a keychain. So on this butterfly, let me see. You can kind of see it's really has a film on it. It has like a yellowy powdery film. That's the polish. You put it on, you let it sit overnight, and it turns this powdery color. And then you take, I just use paper towel, and you buff it out. So like this. Look at how much gunk came off of that. And then you can tell the parts that I have polished, you can just see how shiny and pretty they are. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna finish up polishing these pieces, and then we're gonna attach a chain to the ones that need chain. And then we're going to turn this guy into keychain, turn these guys into magnets, and I'll check in later with you. Crazy how much stuff is on there. Everyone's looking shiny, they're looking cute, they're looking pretty. So next I'm going to attach the magnets and the chains, and then we can go test them out, see how our final products look. I have some thoughts and opinions already on some of these in terms of viability to sell and whether I like them or not, but I will wait till the end to share those with you. And then I'm just going to take E6000 glue, and I have these magnets that are actually really strong. They come in a pack of, I think, 8 for $1 at Hobby Lobby, and look how strong they are. Like these are good stuff. So I'm just going to glue those to the back. Good. I'm going to just set those aside so they can dry. And now let's do our keychain. I use 2 pliers and I grab one end and then the other. You're just going to go ahead and it's really hard to do on camera. And we're going to open that up so it looks like that. And then I'm going to grab one. Put it in, grab another one, because both of these are the same size. Put both of those in, and then we just take our pliers and we close it up. Just like that. And what we've done is that jump ring that we started with is now the middle loop in our little chain. So now all we have to do is attach the bottom jump ring to the flower and then the top one to our keychain and thread it on. You can't tell me that's not super cute. This would be adorable on someone's purse or on their keys, obviously. I was even thinking as like an accessory if you hook it on your jeans or on a belt loop. Okay, welcome to my car. When I was walking out here, it was so nice. I think it's like 63 degrees here in Atlanta. I might go for a walk later because it is beautiful, especially in the sun. Look at how sunny it is. It was raining earlier today. Anyways, let's test these out. So I've got both of our butterfly here and our cute little flower and my rear view windows up here. Okay, you can't see it. You can't see it. Hold on. She's so cute. Okay, here's what I'm thinking though. So the chain is long enough to be put on. You see that? If it was any shorter, you wouldn't be able to put it on the mirror. But I do think it hangs a little low. What do you guys think? Here, let me back up. There's the full dash. Like it does hang a little low, but she's so pretty. And look how pretty the glass is with the sun behind it. I'm obsessed. That looks so good. Oh, not quite. Oh no, note to self, I need to make these chains a little longer. Okay, I took my review mirror off and I'm going to just hook it on like this. See how low it is? It kind of feels like it's gonna get in the way. So I'm gonna have to figure out something. But she's cute. She's so cute. Imagine just on a hook in a window. I'm thinking it's because air fresheners is what usually you hang behind here. They come on a stretchy string, so they can stretch around the length of the mirror, and then they can be shorter when they're just hanging freely and not stretched. And so they're not so much in the way. But you see how this is kind of just like it's in the middle. I want it to be more like here, I was thinking. Okay, I'm gonna have to think about it a little bit. I know it's kind of hard to see the overall aesthetic on camera because I'm not in a cute parking garage. I'm just in my apartment's parking garage. Not that there is a cute parking garage, but you know what I mean. The environment is not super cute. This overall, I think this was successful. Yay, cute. Okay, cool. I'm gonna take you back inside now. Hello, it's a few days later. I'm back inside and I've been doing some research. I think I've got a good solution to our problem where my pieces would hang too low if you hook it on your car mirror. And here's what I've come up with. Lobster clips. If you're not familiar, lobster clips are the clasps that go at the end of necklaces or bracelets, typically jewelry fastenings. I say I came up with, I didn't come up with it. I was scrolling through Etsy and other stained glass artists' Instagram trying to figure out what they did, because there's no way I'm the only one who's had this problem. And I saw other people were doing this. And it's brilliant, right? Because you can cut the chain to the length that you want so that it hangs at the right distance. But you then are able to, unhook the chain, wrap it around the car mirror, and then clasp it again so it hangs as low as you want. And I thought that was such a good solution. So with this modification, I think I'm really happy with those two designs. And overall, I think I finalized what I want to make for my first shop launch, which is exciting stuff. Let's go through it. Let me show you what we're doing. So first off, love the butterfly. We're gonna make some butterflies. I think this is so cute. This is gonna be the most intricate of the designs. I was debating whether or not I wanted to do this because there are so many pieces, but I'm gonna make some modifications to make it a little easier for me. First thing I'm changing is I ran out of this pink glass. This was just some scraps that I had in my stash. But I'm gonna go to my local stained glass shop. I'm gonna pick out pink because I do like the color combination. I like the iridescent white with the iridescent pink and the clear center. I think that's really pretty. But see these end pieces down here? These are a pain in the ass to cut out and grind. This is too steep of an inside curve, and so I can't cut out the shape without breaking the glass. So for my shop launch, I've altered the pattern so that this clear part just extends to the end. And instead of having one pink piece that goes all the way around, we now have two. Next, I still love this daisy. I think he turned out really well. Pretty easy to make, not too difficult. The rounded edges are a little difficult to edge, which is annoying, but nothing that's not doable. I'm not going to change anything. The only thing I'm going to change is the orientation. So now that we've figured out our lobster clasp situation, I'm feeling a little bit more confident on how to hook up the chains to this design. And I think instead of having my daisy orient this way, I think I want it this way. I think this makes more sense. This is how I drew it. This is kind of what I had in my mind. And then I'm gonna have two loops here on either side of this more longer petal. And then the chain's gonna hook on either side. I think that'll look really cute. I think that'll look good. And then to show you my other pieces, we've gotta go to my fridge. Welcome to my fridge. As you can see, we have some prototypes on the fridge. Let me take you closer and we'll talk about them. And I'll tell you which ones I'm actually gonna make for my first launch and which ones did not make the cut. My apartment gets almost no direct natural sunlight, so I'm sorry. This is what we're working with. This is all I got. But welcome to my fridge. As you can see, we've got some prototypes. We have our butterfly. We have our four-leaf clover. We have the first version of the butterfly that I didn't even show you guys, but we can talk about him too. And we've got our keychains, just hooked on this random magnet that I had. These are soup recipes, so if you want to try them, go for it. Or not, it's fine, whatever. Let's start with this guy. This is the first butterfly magnet that I ever made. I have no footage of me making this, so you won't have seen it in this video. First off, I think the design was overall pretty childish. This kind of looks like a butterfly that you would see just floating around in some cartoon somewhere in the background. The wings are not realistic. They're very blobby. They're very easy to cut out, but I don't think it looks... Anyway, so when I decided I wanted to open a shop, I do like the idea of a butterfly magnet. I think that's really cute, but I wanted something a little bit more sophisticated. So that brings us to this guy, which you would have seen me make throughout this video. This is version 2. I think this looks much better. I think this looks much cleaner. It's more realistic. The shapes are more interesting, slightly more sophisticated of a design than this one. Also, pros of this is it's still easy to make, and I think it looks good. And I think I can make a bunch of these. There is a design modification I'm gonna make. See how this magnet is attached? I just E6000 glued it to the back, which works. Like, it's stuck on there, and it's really magnetized. This thing can hold a lot. Like, it's a good magnet. I just think this, again, looks very crafty, which is okay. I guess I'm making crafts, but I want to play around with ways to make that seam look a lot cleaner. Like, I think I'm not going to solder underneath it and glue the magnet, and I might solder around it to make kind of a little border. I think that'll look better. The other thing I want to change about this butterfly is I don't love that the glass is transparent. Again, I used scraps because I just wanted to see what the shape looks like. Can you see how you can see the magnet through the wings? Yeah, there you go. See that circle, that black circle? That's the magnet in the back. And I don't love the look of that. Also, if you're putting it on a fridge, like, there's no light that's gonna shine through. So you might as well use the really pretty, vibrant, opaque glass. All right, moving on. The next magnet you will have had seen me make is this 4-leaf clover. And final thoughts on this, I don't really like it. I think it's kind of ugly. I think it needs a stem to really drive home that it's a 4-leaf clover. I don't really want to add a stem. I don't really like the way that it looks. I think it kind of looks like a blob. And to be honest, it doesn't go with any of my other products. You know, I'm making that big butterfly, that big daisy. I'm going to make this little butterfly. And then my keychain designs are daisies. So this is just, it was an oddball. I don't like the way that it turned out. I don't like it. It's not going to go on my shop. We're not going to it did not make the cut. Okay, last but not least, we have our keychains. So I made this one. Again, I was using scrap glass. This one's clear. It's kind of ugly, but I liked the concept. I liked it enough that I thought this would be cute for anyone to put on their bags, on their keys, on their jeans. I thought it would look, I liked the design of how it turned out. I also used this to test out a different magnet that I bought at Hobby Lobby. This magnet sucks. This magnet can like hold, oops, let me show you. This magnet would be able to hold the flower onto the fridge, I guess technically, but when I tell you, it's like barely. It's barely. You would not be able to hold anything else. Anyway, moving on. So I took this one, made some modifications, and now we have the prototype that you did see me make, which is this guy. And I'm kind of obsessed with how this turned out. But I wanted a range of prices, and I wanted things that would be easy to ship, and I wouldn't have to worry so much about how breakable they are. Especially for this first launch, and I've never shipped products before. I don't really know how durable. I don't really know how it's gonna work out, so I wanted to make things that were as durable as I possibly can to give me the best chance of success for right now. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make very many modifications to this. I think it is the way that it is. So to recap, we are gonna make 4 products. We're gonna make this butterfly with a little bit of modification to these bottom wings. This butterfly, which we're gonna do in the same colorway so they're cohesive, but this is gonna be a magnet. This big daisy, you can hang it in your window, hang it on your car rear view mirror, but we're gonna flip it this way. And to go with it, this little daisy to be a keychain for your car, your bag, wherever you want to put it as a little accessory. Overall, I like it. I think it's a good game plan. I have no idea how it's gonna sell. Hopefully, I'm gonna get at least one sale. We'll see. But the idea is I should have a range of prices. This one is obviously gonna be the most expensive. This one will probably be the least expensive. And the daisies are gonna be somewhere in between. So now all we gotta do is make them. I think I'm gonna start with making 5 of each of these designs, 5 items. I think that's a good number. I think that's a good batch. Like I said, I have no idea how these are gonna sell, so I don't wanna make a ton of them. You know, if nothing sells, I can find 5 people to give these away to. So once we get these 4 designs listed, I'm thinking we can branch out into other colors, other patterns. I have more design ideas I want to make. We're just starting out. We're just getting going on this journey. So this phase is all about figuring out what works, figuring out what I like to make, figuring out what people like to buy. And there's a very real chance that I'm gonna post these on my Etsy and nothing sells. There's a very real chance. And you know what? That's okay. Anyways, that's all I have for this video. I'm gonna try to come out with videos on a weekly cadence. I think that's a good rhythm for me. I can't really commit to more than that. If you wanna follow along, we're just getting started. I'm just getting started. Anyways, if you're still here, thanks for watching, and I will see you next week.